All right, Omar, can you believe it's been how many years since we caused our own little disruptions at Willowbrook Elementary?
65 years, Luna. And for the record, I still maintain you were the mastermind behind the great glue explosion of '58. My lab coat was sparkling for weeks.
A minor scientific anomaly. Anyway, it was truly wonderful to be back, wasn't it? The kids, their wide-eyed wonder. Before the chaos, I mean.
Oh, the chaos. Right. I was just getting into the groove of showing off my legendary duck and cover skills. Little did I know I'd need them so soon.
We were there, sharing stories from our illustrious detective careers. I was holding up my famous detective's toolkit. You know, the magnifying glass, the notebook, and the very important half-eaten granola bar.
Which, by the way, I think was mostly just crumbs at that point. But go on. Tell the people about the moment everything changed.
Suddenly, without warning, this thing just zoomed across the classroom. Bang! It hit a stack of books, sending them tumbling. Papers went flying. A pencil spun like a tiny tornado.
I legitimately thought we were under attack. My first instinct was to shield the granola bar, but then I realized it was already half gone. So I went for self-preservation.
"You ducked under a desk!" I gasped, genuinely startled. I mean, we've faced international spies and jewel thieves, but never a classroom projectile quite like that.
And it wasn't just any projectile, was it? It was a sparkly pink lunchbox, and it had impeccable aim, I might add. Straight for my new shoes.
The applesauce. Oh, Omar, the look on your face when that sparkly pink lunchbox just popped open and doused your pristine footwear with chunky, organic applesauce. It was priceless.
My new shoes. And the kids, of course, thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever seen. Which, fair. A flying lunchbox is pretty top-tier entertainment for a Monday morning.
But that's when I knew. This wasn't just an accident. This was a case. The classroom crasher, I declared, dramatically wiping my glasses.
You really do love a good moniker, Luna. The classroom crasher. It had a certain ring to it. Though I was leaning more towards the great applesauce Avenger at the time.
The teachers, bless their hearts, were utterly baffled. The students were absolutely thrilled, buzzing with excitement. And us? We were on the case. It felt just like old times, didn't it?
Absolutely. Though I think our old cases involved slightly more sophisticated villains than whatever this was going to turn out to be. But hey, a mystery's a mystery, right?
Exactly. So, we started our thorough investigation. Under desks, behind the cubbies, even inside the fish tank, much to the chagrin of its rather judgmental inhabitant.
That goldfish, it had seen things. Things it clearly disapproved of. You could feel its tiny critical gaze. "Do you mind?" it seemed to say. "I'm trying to meditate here."
But it was worth it, because that's when I saw them. A trail of tiny, vibrant green feathers near the chalkboard, our first real clue.
Feathers. My immediate thought was, has someone's pet parakeet gotten loose? Or perhaps a very flamboyant chicken. You just never know in elementary school.
My mind immediately went to exotic birds, possibly trained by a shadowy organization. You know, something dramatic. But a feather is a feather, and it led us out of the classroom.
Past the library, where I briefly considered checking out a book on advanced feather identification, but then remembered we were on the clock. And into the cafeteria.
And that's when we heard it. Another crash, and then a very distinct, very loud squawk.
I remember thinking, oh good, the applesauce Avenger has upgraded to smashing cafeteria trays. But then we saw him.
Perched regally on the lunch counter, a bright green parrot. And get this, Omar, it was wearing a Kids Lost sticker badge. You know, the kind where they write their name?
And it read, clear as day, "Hello, my name is Mr. Pickles. I just."
Ah.
I blinked. And then I blinked again. Was I still dreaming of the glue explosion?
And then, the most extraordinary thing happened. Mr. Pickles looked right at us and squawked,
No kidding! Case closed!
That's when I knew this was officially the most absurd case of our careers. A talking parrot named Mr. Pickles, acting as its own legal counsel, declaring the case closed. You can't make this stuff up.
I gasped. It talks, as if the flying lunchbox and the green feathers weren't enough. It was truly a twist worthy of a best-selling novel.
And then, in rushes the lunch lady, completely out of breath. That's Principal Finnegan's parrot. He escaped from the office this morning.
The pieces all fell into place. The feathers, the chaos, the unexpected flight path. It wasn't a criminal mastermind. It was just a mischievous bird on an adventure.
A mischievous bird, with a penchant for applesauce, apparently. Mr. Pickles just tilted his head and repeated, "Escaped. Case closed."
I couldn't help but chuckle. Looks like the only thing being crashed today was the lunchroom. And you know, your shoes.
Don't remind me about the shoes, Luna. They smelled vaguely of fruit for a week. But honestly, what a story, right? We went in expecting to inspire young minds with tales of daring feats, and we ended up solving a parrot-led cafeteria crisis.
It goes to show you, Omar, that mystery truly is everywhere, even in the most unexpected places, like an elementary school classroom on a Monday morning.
And sometimes, the simplest explanation is the right one. Though a talking parrot named Mr. Pickles isn't exactly simple in the grand scheme of things, is it?
It's simple for a parrot. And you know, the joy on the kids' faces, the excitement of the chase, that's what makes it all worthwhile, even the applesauce.
Agreed. It was a good reminder that every investigation, no matter how small or how feathery, has its own unique charm, and its own unique set of challenges, like convincing a principal to rein in his rogue parrot.
Principal Finnegan was mortified, as you can imagine, but also secretly a little proud of Mr. Pickles's adventurous spirit, I think. You could see it in his eyes.
He just needs to work on Mr. Pickles's evidence-gathering techniques. While escaped, case closed, is succinct, it lacks a certain prosecutorial gravitas.
Oh, Omar, you're such a stickler for details. But that's why we make such a good team. My dramatic flair, your grounded pragmatism, and a shared appreciation for a good mystery, no matter the size.
And our shared history at Willowbrook, where it all began. Who knew 65 years later we'd be back, solving the mystery of the flying lunchbox and the feathered menace?
It just proves that some things never change. The spirit of adventure, the thrill of discovery, and the occasional need for a good scrub on your shoes.
Especially when a talking parrot is involved. So, for all you aspiring detectives out there, keep your eyes open, your wits sharp, and maybe keep your applesauce safely contained.
Indeed. And remember, every crash, every squawk, every tiny green feather could be the start of your next great adventure. Until next time, stay curious.
And try not to spill any glue. Or, applesauce, especially on my new shoes.